going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are on a Kawasaki, but it's not the ZX-10. We're obviously on a lot smaller of a bike. I'm on the Z125 today, and I kind of just wanted to go for a ride, take this thing out to the gym. But before we actually get to the gym, I decided, hey, let's try to make a YouTube video. I got some things I kind of wanted to talk about, and it's hot outside. It's not raining, and I wanted to enjoy a little ride on the Z125 today. This thing is still bone stock, you guys. When I originally got this bike, I had plans on either like putting a cage on it and trying to learn how to wheelie it. Also, I wanted to use this bike as a pit bike. So when I went to the track, I had something to ride around on to kill some time in between sessions. And yeah, this was the third bike that we had added. So we had the ZX-10, we got the R7, and I was teaching my girlfriend how to ride. Michelle, you guys saw her in the previous video. And we had this bike after the R7. And she had never ridden before when we got that R7, so that was her first bike. I've had a lot of people ask me, like, why'd you start her on that bike? But the R7, I mean, I don't know. I've seen it line up with like 400s, and I really feel like the R7 is not that much bike. Granted, if you've never been on two wheels before, four-wheelers or anything like that, any kind of bike is going to be a challenge. So she did her best, but as I was teaching her, she had an accident and went down. And this was the very first day that we had brought the R7 home. And we bought that bike from Flat Out Motorsports on the north side of Indianapolis. Shout out to them. We bought all three bikes from them. But with that being said, and that accident happening, her R7 was down for a while, and this bike kind of came in clutch because she was able to ride this once her collarbone started to heal up, and we were waiting on the insurance to get situated for the R7. She was able to practice on this bike, which we probably should have started out with a smaller bike like this, but at the time we didn't have it, like I said. So I don't know, it's kind of a weird chain of events that had happened. It just kind of threw off a lot of stuff in both of our lives. That's kind of something I wanted to talk about. It's just like things that could happen from the bike life, plans not going as expected to, and how things can kind of throw off the master plan, if you will. So this was all last season that had happened, and it kind of, like I said, threw off some things. We had planned on doing a couple more track days, and obviously she didn't plan on having the accident, and it kind of threw off some things with her jobs. And then I'm over ambitious, and I love making content, you know what I mean? And I know, like, I just got monetized, and that was a lot of work. I know for some people it's probably easier, but I had a Kawasaki ZX-10, and I honestly feel like that's one of the most slept on leader bikes nowadays. Like, all you see is BMW S1Ks. What else do you see? I feel like that's like all you see. I know the Fireblades are very popular. Yamahas are very popular on social media. It's like the social media king bike. But the ZX-10, man, it's a beast. But I started the channel with that bike, and as I mentioned, I had decided to take on an R7 as well with Michelle, and we took on this bike as well. And we financed all these bikes. And I'm an electrician apprentice, so I'm not even done with my schooling yet. I kind of started late in the trade, so I don't know. We took on a lot of payments with bikes. We had her car that was paid off, and I was paying on a Jeep at the time. There's another accident involved with her car that was paid off, and we had ended up needing to buy another vehicle. And we decided to take on a Silverado on top of the bike payments and the Jeep payment. and the switch ups with the jobs. I think that dude might have bumped into that truck. Yep. That kind of threw me off for a loop. Sorry guys, got distracted. A little fender bender action. I don't think it was bad, but anyway, so back to what I was saying. We kind of had a lot of things going on with her jobs, taking on different loans with bikes, new vehicles, the truck, and I work 2 jobs, so I don't have a lot of free time, and it came down to just trying to maintain everything while her situation obviously was very hectic due to the accidents, starting with the bike, then the car. So we've tried our best to like maintain all of it and to still make investments into the video creation stuff that you have to invest in, like computers, cameras. I maybe went a little overboard. Well, I know for a fact I probably went overboard with some of the things I decided to buy. But I wanted to be the best at doing what I was doing. Even though I didn't have the followers on Instagram, I didn't have the followers on YouTube, I didn't have the subscribers yet. I was still working on the watch hours. But I really enjoyed the video creation process. I also feel like so many people do it nowadays, it's kind of like hard to really stand out. But I watch YouTube, you know what I mean? I watch guys like Fastlane D, who I've got to meet. I watch IMK. I watch 650 Eve now, Jigsaw, like all these YouTubers. You name it, I probably watched them. So like, I don't know, I thought it would be cool to kind of like show you guys what was going on in the bike life, and I was so proud of myself for taking on all these things and having these goals and wanting to start something big. And I had the clothing brand I also tried to start. So I was doing a lot, especially with the clothing brand, merch if you will. I wanted to make it a little bit different than just merch. Like I wanted to actually build a brand name and have it kind of separated from me. I didn't want it to just be like rider merch, but there's so much that goes into it. So taking on all that while all the personal life stuff was going on was just a lot. It was to the point, it's still to the point where like I really can't miss days of work. I work late on the weekend, so it's hard for me to get out and go ride with the guys. Today is a Sunday. I worked last night. You know what I mean? I got to go back to work tonight, which I'm not complaining. I'm blessed to have the things that we've had and have in our life, and it's been able to allow me to take money, this extra money, I guess, if you will, from the second job and kind of utilize it on things to try to build something out of all this. And I was so hungry for it, you know what I mean? And one thing I want to stress and kind of talk to you guys about is like having patience and being financially smart when it comes to motorcycles. Nowadays, you see so many people on social media and they've got these really nice bikes and they've got these really nice upgrades they're doing to them all the time, and like you got big followings and all this and that. And for some people it's just easier. It's like the luck of the draw almost, because like I feel like I've been so strong on the content, you know, droning around the cities that I go to, editing late nights even though I'm working 2 jobs, putting in the work. I know I've been putting in the work, but you also have to be smart, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about. As I said, is kind of like just making the right decisions and being patient, not taking on too much to where you can't even utilize the things that you have because you're working so hard for them. I don't get to see my family as much as I probably should. I know it takes a big strain on my relationship because I'm not giving her a lot of time. So there's like so many factors that come into this, guys, and like I might seem so small, like on the big scale of things. There's YouTubers with millions of subscribers, Instagram followers galore, And like, I'm just a little guy, but like, I know the amount of sacrifice and the amount of work that I put into doing what I'm doing. And I know it's all about just keep pushing, you know what I mean? You just got to keep pushing, don't stop, because things are going to get hard. Life's going to throw curveballs and unexpected events that are going to try to like strain on you and pull you away from trying to break out of like the 9-to-5 lifestyle. And I have a very good day job, you know what I mean? Once I become a journeyman electrician, that's going to be very good money. But at the same time, it's very hard work. And I wanted to try to build more income for myself and to be able to utilize YouTube to try to dump money into the bikes for more customizations and stuff like that, and work on the Z125 that's still bone stock, work on the R7 and do the customizations to that, hit track days and stuff like that. All this stuff is so much money. Like, I know that some people make it look so easy, and I don't really open up and talk about this kind of stuff, but like, guys, I'm worn out. I'm exhausted from it all. And also doing the clothing brand and trying to push that. And here in Indiana, like, we have a good biker community, but we don't have too many guys that are like, I just feel like, and I might be wrong for saying this, but I just feel like we don't have what Texas or like the biker community in Florida, we don't have like, I don't know, these guys that want to like do something with it, and that's fine, you know what I mean? For most people, this is just a hobby. But I feel like in today's day and age, there's so much going on with like brands, and I don't know. I just wanted to try to have like an entrepreneurial mindset and like try to make something out of it. Why not try to do something that you love and try to capitalize on it, right? YouTube could be a source of income. You got the clothing brand as a source of income if that was ever to pop off, which I feel like our designs are getting better. Our printing is finally where I need it to be. I would like to try to do like all over printing, but that's a whole nother conversation. But anyways, like, I really wanted to try to just build, and I had the desire to do it, and I feel like that's all it takes. And some people just don't act upon it, you know what I mean? They just have these ideas and they never take the leap of faith, or they never make those financial risks, or you know, sacrifice of time and family and relationships. And I don't know, I really appreciate Michelle, because she's been like my ride or die when it comes to this situation. And I know that like behind the scenes, she's probably truly unhappy with like the amount of time that I give her, especially with my double schedules and stuff like that. But like, she really has like kind of set aside, if you will, and been that person behind the scenes that's been helping me do all this and building with me. And I know she's just had some curveballs thrown at her that have really like kind of knocked us down a little bit, even with my 2 jobs and trying to build a brand up and stuff like that, because this stuff is an investment, y'all. So I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm just kind of like, I don't know, not discouraged right now. Like, I watch a lot of what's his name, I think his name is like Matthew Woods or something like that. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I feel like, no disrespect to him, but I feel like he's always kind of like I don't know, complaining, you know what I mean? And it's good to open up and talk about stuff, but like, nobody's trying to hear somebody just complain all the time, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I feel like to have these bikes in our lives, we're very blessed. For me, myself, and I have to work very hard for them. That was a big bump. I have to work very hard for the things that we have, and I don't know if we might have to make some sacrifices, maybe let go of this bike and the R7, to be honest, and kind of just focus on one bike. I've got the camera and stuff right now. I've got the plans to keep going with the clothing brand. I don't know. I might have to humble myself a little bit and take a step back and realize that I might have taken on too much. And I don't want to say stop taking it so seriously and stop making it my all, because that's what you got to do when you care about something, you know what I mean? Because the difference between being successful in life, at least how I feel, is that if you go all in and you do not stop, and you got this hunger and this desire to make it happen, and you do it on a daily basis, that's what's going to set you apart from the people that, like I said, have those thoughts and don't act upon it, right? They might think about it, They might want to do something, but they don't take the risk. They don't put in the time. They don't put in the hustle. And I feel like I've proven myself to have that desire to put in the hustle, to make the sacrifices, to deal with the arguments that comes from it, and take the risk. Even though it's not the financially smartest thing to do, I kind of feel like I was in a point in my life where I didn't have much to lose. So it was like, what are these risks really jeopardizing in my life? You know what I mean? If I can really make something happen out of this stuff, then what am I afraid of? And I'm the type of person that's just like, F it. Why wouldn't I? I've been through so much stuff in my life. You guys have no idea like what my background comes from, and like I don't know. I don't feel like it's the right time to like open up about stuff that's going on in my life. And like, honestly, who cares? Nobody has a perfect life. I'm sure there's some people that have lives that are a lot easier, but like it's all based off of the decisions that we make. And when I was younger, I wasn't making the best decisions, and I finally got my life on track. And I don't know, I feel like a little late, you know what I mean? But it's never too late. And I don't know what's gonna be like the foreseeable future. I know the ZX-10R is gonna stay in the family. I don't know if we're gonna keep this Z125 or the R7. But honestly, I'm to a point where I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about things and like let you guys know that if you have a dream and you have goals that you want to accomplish in this, go for it. You know what I mean? If you love doing it, why not just go for it? I just stalled the bike. That's what I get for talking too much. Anyways, so yeah, just like go for it, but be smart about it. You know what I mean? Don't think that you can't do it with a little, because I know there's people out there that have done the same thing that I'm trying to do, maybe even quicker, without spending as much money on cameras. Like I bought a Sony a7 IV, got gimbals, got all this stuff, and like the views on YouTube sometimes are good, but like a lot of my videos are getting like 300 to 400 views, and it's hit or miss on YouTube. I understand that, and I'm only at what, 1.6K subscribers. But you know, a big goal of mine last year was to get the monetization, which we're monetized now, obviously. But after I got monetized, I kind of felt like I had put so much time into it, I just wanted to kind of like slow down and take a break for a little bit. Not take a break, but I just feel like I wasn't going as hard to like get those watch hours. But the thing with YouTube is if you don't hit those goals within a certain amount of time, whatever you've done so far can start falling off. So like all those videos that I had done, if I didn't get monetized or reach the watch hour goals within the first year, let's say I did a video in December of 23 when I started the channel, and that got a lot of views, and then we're in January of 2024. If I hadn't reached monetization within that time frame, those videos that got good views, they fall off. So I was busting my butt, going out, spending money, taking days off of work, traveling, track days, trying to figure out what was gonna be good for the channel. And like I'm saying, y'all, you gotta take the risk, but just be smart about it. Don't mess up your foundation. You know what I mean? Just be smart. And that's kind of where I'm at with things. I kind of just wanted to vent for a little bit. So I don't even know if like me talking like this is gonna make any sense, but I felt like, why not take this little bike out for a ride? It's a quiet bike. You guys should be able to hear me talk a lot. I'm not doing 90 miles per hour through the city. I feel like this would be the perfect time for me to just try to get some opening up content. And if you guys have any questions or like want to talk about stuff, you guys can always reach out to me on Instagram. I'll drop my thing up right here for you guys, or even in the comment section. I try to get back as much as possible to you guys. Again, I do work 2 jobs, so be patient. If I missed your comment, don't be mad at me. But I'd love to hear your guys' feedback and, you know, some encouragement, I guess. It's not that I like need encouragement, because I know that like when you're trying to do stuff like this, you're not really gonna get, I don't want to say credit for it, but like you're not gonna always have the support that you feel like you should have. And like, I don't know, I also feel like at times people feel like I'm doing too much content, or like that's all I care about. But like, bikes are expensive, you know what I mean? I am at a point where I'm at the age where I live on my own. I don't live at home. I don't have my bills taken care of for me. I have to work hard for these things. And again, with my past decisions in life, I've kind of like been late to like getting my shit together, to be honest. So yeah, it's just a lot. And I don't want to lose. I don't want to fail at these goals that I've set out to achieve. And I'm not going to stop, y'all. No matter what sacrifices I have to make, I know the ZX-10R is going to stay on the channel. And the future goal is to like eliminate some of the other builds that we have going on and focus on next season. I feel like is going to be better. So I really want to just try to get out to the track one more time. I'm going to take the R7 on the track. In 2 weeks, we're going to NCM. And I'm going to be tracking the R7 for the first time, which I don't have a quick shifter on that bike, so that's going to be interesting. And it's a very technical track. NCM has 22 turns in it, 3 long straights, and I'm going to be riding at a bumped up level. I've ridden 2 track weekends in novice, and for this next one I'll be in intermediate. And this was a track that I struggled on. I didn't sleep the night before, so I don't know. I felt like I struggled on this one a little bit. So I'm excited to get back out there. I'm excited to take the R7 out there. We did just put Pirelli Rosso 4 courses on there. We even went up a little bit on tallness. We did a 180/60 on the rear, and it definitely wants to lean a little bit more. It's not much of an upgrade when you do that, but definitely sits a little bit taller. But I'm excited to test out that bike and have some fun with it. And like I said, if we do let that bike go, it's gonna be tough on her, it's gonna be tough on me because of the plans that I wanted to have with these bikes. But I gotta stay focused and learn to make some sacrifices and just continue to build with the ZX-10R. That bike is gonna be paid off here soon. Once that bike is paid off, then I plan on trying to get a Ducati on the channel, which is like my dream bike. And I've got 2 more years of schooling left. And I don't plan on working 2 jobs forever. So hopefully by the time we get the Ducati on the channel, if that is the bike that I end up going with, we'll have a lot more time to do content and like really focus on traveling and obviously doing some track days. And if we do let go of these 2 bikes, I know she'll get another bike soon after. I just think for the time being, that's what might happen. So yeah, to everybody who's been watching and supporting the channel, and kind of seeing like the growth that's been taking place as far as me as a video creator, and like seeing the progress that I made. Like if you guys saw some of my first YouTube videos and have been here since day one, we used to set up a GoPro on the back of a car and just put them out on the bumper of the car, and I try to get a group of guys to go out and like get rollers like that. And like you guys can go back and check on some of those videos, and like my editing was terrible, the logos weren't there just yet, and like I stuck with it though, you know what I mean? I tried to make the best out of it. Again, I do feel like I kind of like overdid some purchasing and stuff with cameras and stuff like that, but the quality of the content that I'm putting out now is so much better. I know I'm not the biggest talker. Like there's guys that can just ramble like I'm rambling in this video all day long, and I don't have it in me. Like most of the time I'm exhausted, y'all. I get off work and I've been working out in the heat or the cold, and like it's hard to just get on the bike and have all these topics to talk about unless you're like spending money. That's the thing. When I was doing upgrades and stuff on the bikes, it gave me stuff to talk about. But having 3 bikes that are bone stock, brand new from the dealership, it's a lot of money to try to invest in the bikes and build it. And that's what people want to see. At least that's how I feel. People want to see like the upgrades and the customizations to the bikes. I could probably, I don't know. Maybe if I just go out and ramble all the time, that might do better than bike upgrades and stuff like that. I don't know. But for me and my channel, that's what I wanted to really do. It's kind of like some bike builds. Build this, build the R7, track days here and there, traveling, and showing you guys the biker community here in Indiana, which I do love. even though at times I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's cliquey, you know what I mean? I'm sure that's in every state, but like, I wanted to bring everybody together and like have the guys that do enjoy the content come together and like really put on for the city and put us on the map. That's been my goal since day one, man, is to try to highlight what we have here in Indiana, central Indianapolis area. Shout out to the guys who have been a part of that and who have stuck with me since day one. There's a lot of people that come and go, and you know, it sucks to see, but like, that's just life. And that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now, is just life, man. But I don't plan on going anywhere, so I just wanted to say that. I just kind of wanted to talk and ramble for a little bit and do a video like this on the smaller bike and enjoy this little ride before I hit the gym. I've just been talking and driving in circles, but we're about to hit the YMCA. I don't even know what I'm gonna work out. I did chest last night, so we'll see. That's another thing. I've even been sacrificing like my workouts and stuff, which I'm a major workout guy. Working 2 jobs for 2 years, man, it starts taking a toll on you. And then the hobbies are very time consuming too. And riding a sports bike is not easy, bro. I'll tell you what, these bikes are a lot of work. It's a lot of work doing all this, as you guys may know if you guys are into the same thing that I'm doing. But I'm getting gas. We're gonna call that a day for this video. I hope I made sense and kind of stayed on track. And basically what I'm trying to say is just be smart, make the right decisions, don't take on too much, take risks, but make smart risks. Have some money in the bank account before you do stuff. Have some city money before you take big risks. That way you're protected. Make sure you got a good work ethic. Don't get emotional when people come and go in your life. Don't let haters or people that tell you that you're doing too much stop you. Stay going, stay positive. Don't let nobody stop you, man. And I hope that by the time this is all said and done, I have my dream bike on the channel for you guys, and I've been able to capitalize on growing the channel, growing the Instagram and the clothing brand. And make sure you guys go check out the latest drop we have coming, Loop Runners. That's coming August 1st. I feel like that's one of our best hoodies that we've been able to do for the city, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Send me a message on Instagram if you guys have more information, but it's toofastlife.com, Loop Runners. Very nice hoodies and t-shirts, and I think you guys are going to love the graphics. Shout out to Steffi Moto and Ryan Rides for being a part of that. But yeah, just keep going, y'all. Don't stop. No matter what life throws at you, work through the situations and don't give up. Try too fast. I'm out.